like that's for America. Up here, we're in Canada. It's different. But the thing is, like, you're only allowing, and right now the way we are, the only people that are allowed to defend us are the police. If somebody comes at us with a gun, we have to call the police and wait for the police to come while that person is shooting at us or whatever the case may be.
That's
for
fucking
them to come to
retarded.
defend us.
It depends. Some people have gun licenses and shit in Canada.
But you can't
Basement.
walk your
Basement.
I'm sure
They're in the
other parts
basement.
Bro,
I'm sure other parts of Canada too, where hunting is more of a big deal. I'm sure like fucking every little in their little towns and shit. I bet every little family has a gun.
They do, but the thing is, in Canada, you have to
Yeah,
have
I know
a
you're
gun trigger on
stuck.
your
I've
lock.
been like that
You have
before
to
with the
separate
drone.
your ammunition. Like you can't bring your gun from point A to point B without calling the police and letting them know where you're going and what you're doing with your gun. So if you wanted to bring your gun to the store, which you couldn't do, you'd have to let the police know.
How would you
And
know
if you ever, no, I'm just saying, like, you couldn't do that type of shit. Like, in America, you could. The only time you could ever have your gun on road in Canada is if you're bringing it to the firing range. And you would have to call the police to let them know you're bringing your gun to the firing range. Unless you have, like a fucking transportation firearm, like,
That's
but you
dumb
have to
as
be part of a
fuck.
gun club. You have to be part of a gun club to do that. Like, it's all kinds of type of shit, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's unfair.
And that's why it's safer though, and that's why none of that shit really happens out there.
But the thing is, if it does happen, no, if it does happen, in which it does, like, rarely, but it does. Nobody can defend themselves at all.
But that's no one else can defend themselves there too, and guns are allowed there. They're out there.
Man.
The same scenario, no one can defend themselves. Yes, they have more guns than people.
You know what? I think it's part of a media thing, though, because at the end of the day, you're gonna hear more about the ones that, like, when there's people getting killed, more than the people that start shooting people and they get shot and can't do anything else. If somebody shoots somebody and they're...
No, I've heard those ones. There's a couple.
Yeah, but there might be a couple, but it's not going to be elaborated as much as it is with these mass shootings. If somebody was intending to kill a bunch of people and only shot one person and got shot before they did anything else.
That happens all the time. I've heard a bunch of those.
I don't hear it as much as I do.
You don't read the news about these guys. I read this shit all the time.
And if it is happening, then that should be a sign that guns are like part of a solution then, or something. Because at the end of the day, they're...
I feel one weighs out the other. Because you're able to save one case scenario, but in this scenario, it killed a bunch of people. Like, I don't know. There's pros and cons.
Yeah.
You just took them out of the whole equation, and none of it would happen in the beginning.
Okay, so I really want to know, what would your idea be?